Hello and welcome back to Seaside Garage and the XM project. In the last video I changed the domes. That's now good. What I want to do next is to figure out if this suspension system is actually working as intended. I have a feeling that it's slightly hard. I'm unsure if it's because the suspension is stuck in hard. It is possible to change between the automatic suspension and the sport suspension, at least according to the display, but I don't have any light on the dash when I put it on ignition. Some say it should light for a short amount and then go away. Some say it's not necessary. I don't know what's right. I have a feeling that something is wrong, or maybe the light is just blown in the dash. But I have gotten my hands on one of these, a test reader, a fault code reader. It pretty much does the same as the blinker thing that I have been using for quite a while, but it's a bit easier to use this. So I'm going to try to connect to the ECU. In the previous video I did try to do that with the blinker, but didn't really have a lot of success with that. So I want to see if there's any response on the ECU and if there are any fault codes. And if that doesn't really give me any clues, then I'm going to check the pressure inside the spheres, because maybe they are just bad. Maybe it just needs new spheres and then everything will be all right. But using this thing I can blink out codes. I can also change stuff, actually, not on the suspension ECU but on the car. I can actually change the timing and so on using this. But I'm not going to do that today. I'm just going to see if there's any error codes on the suspension ECU, or if there is even any response from it. It's the blue connector over here. I'm going to connect this one to the blue one, like so. And then there are two cables that just goes to the power, plus and minus. I'm going to connect that, like so. Then I can press this. Then I need to put on ignition within 7 seconds. I think I can manage that all right, like that. Then I need to press this, I think, until that lights up. And then it should start the test, and the first code should be 12 and 11 is the end of test. So if it shows 12 and then 11, oh, it shows something. So it is responding, it is reading something from the ECU. Now the first fault code, if any. Oh, that's 11. So that's in a way great news, because it's showing no errors at all. But this shows that the ECU is actually responding to something, and that's good news. It is not completely dead, at least. I am going to try to test the spheres now. So I'm going to remove one of the spheres, but firstly I need to remove the pressure. But before doing that, I'm just going to start it up and do a bounce test, just to show you that there is a difference between sport and automatic, but it's quite firm in both of them. So currently it is in automatic suspension, so it should be softish. It is movable. It's not soft, but it is movable. Let me switch it to the sport suspension. Like that. It's quite important to close the door, otherwise it will be in another system, I think. But let's see now the bounce test. It's probably going to be easier for you guys to see, but I think it's harder now. I'm going to go back to soft. Yeah, it is softer and harder than in sport, so I think the ECU is working. Maybe this is driving as it is supposed to. It's not uncomfortable. I was just expecting it to be softer, but it could also just be because the spheres are out of spec. So I'm going to remove them and check the pressure inside them. So I'm going to undo that bolt on the pressure regulator that I showed you last time around, so there's no pressure in the system. that should make it possible to remove that. I don't even think I need any tools because I didn't tighten it that much, because I have just removed it a while back. Yeah, there we go. Being careful that no pressure is there still. Using this to catch the worst of the stuff that probably will leak out. And then I got this thing. I was actually planning on building one myself, but I was allowed to borrow this from the guy who owns all the cool cars that I have been driving lately, the Visa Diesel and BX 4x4 and so on. With this tool I should be able to measure the pressure inside of the sphere. Firstly, I will fill in some LHM fluid into this, like that. I'm not sure how much is needed, but probably not more than that. And then install the sphere. I'm gonna put on some protection in case it leaks all over the place. It's not going higher than this. So I think it leaks back from there, which is about 35, 36. I think it's supposed to be around 50. I'm gonna test the other side also. I just took that off. I'm gonna release the pressure. And remove the sphere. Let's try the other one. Someone has written 55 on this using a marker, so I guess it's supposed to be 55 bar. Let's see. Oh, that's way worse. I think it's time to admit that this car needs new spheres all around if I want to have the correct feeling in the suspension. And I would really like that. 28 or something like that, not 55. Okay, so it's kind of good news actually, because I think the main problem for this car and the suspension system is the spheres. And I think it's time to accept that I should probably just renew all of them. I could also test these down here, but it's very hard to get to them. So I think it would be wise at least to have a new one to put in. Yeah, I might have to remove the front end to get to them. I guess the rear end is the same as the front end. It would be weird otherwise, and the pressure is almost half of what is required on this side. So I think that's the next step on the XM. Anyway, progress. The ECU is working, maybe. At least it is communicating something. And I really think it will transform the ride once I get some new spheres in there. Thanks for watching. Don't forget you can support me. There's a Patreon link down below and a link to the merch shop. And see you in the next one.